So you're never really fully ready to deal with what a YouTube channel can actually do to your life. Now, I never really thought I would be making this video, guys. I never really thought that YouTube could be a thing. I never really thought that I could be part of this YouTube thing. However, a few days ago, we just hit 500,000 people on this channel, 500,000 subscribers, guys, and I couldn't be happier. Now, first of all, let me just say one thing right away. Thank you so much to all of you guys. I just don't know how to thank you enough, because I'm here and I'm able to do this just because of you. So thank you so much, for being part of this huge community of people who love how to play the guitar. Now, of course, guys, I don't want to do this video for you. I want to do it with you. And so I thought it would be cool to answer some of your questions. Now, we were overwhelmed with questions. We did receive a lot of questions on Instagram and the YouTube community, so hopefully I'm going to be able to answer to as many questions as possible. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. Now, question number one, when did you start learning the guitar? Well, I was 11 years old and I had a guitar in my house, which my uncle bought when he was young, and I still have it. Let me show it to you. Now, I had to go all the way to my mom's house to pick this thing, and it's straight from the basement. It's a Yamaha, and the model is the FG335. Such an old guitar, but this is indeed the first guitar I played when I was a little kid. It's actually still in tune. The strings, though, are all rusty. Next question is, do you need a teacher to learn how to play the guitar? Well, the thing is, with all the stuff that you have available online, I'm sure you can learn a lot of things by yourself. And there are, countless of great guitar players who learn how to play guitar even like 40 years ago, 50 years ago. They're great, they never took a lesson. So of course you can learn how to play the guitar by yourself. You don't need a teacher. However, you should always kind of make sure that, see how you progress. If you spend 6, 7 months, 1 year trying to learn the guitar and you don't see results, maybe you just want to ask to a professional teacher to help you out with whatever it is that you want to learn. Also, guys, just a quick tip, think of a guitar teacher like a doctor. You go to the doctor, you don't tell him, I don't feel well. You tell him, I have a headache, I broke my arm, so he knows how to fix it. If you go to a guitar teacher and you tell him, I want to play the guitar, he's going to give you some random stuff. However, if you tell him, I want to be better at playing scales, I want to improve my technique, I want to play better some rhythmic stuff, then he will be able to really give you specific exercises that you need. And by the way, guys, if you're wondering, yes, indeed, this is a baby stroller. We're having a baby in 2 months. Now, next question, favorite guitar chord. Now, I have a few favorite guitar chords, guys. I think one that I really like is this one. It's a C sharp minor kind of chord. And also this one, this is another lovely one. What is it? A beautiful A. Which A is this? This is an A add 11 chord. And of course, guys, you can never get away from Now, next question is, how did you learn to play the guitar? Did you have a teacher or a book or something? Now, the thing is, I always had a teacher all my life. And I started with a private teacher playing classical guitar. And then when I was 16, I was able to go to the Conservatory of Music. Now, I'm from South Italy, and the Conservatory of Music was in a city called Salerno. Now, the cool thing is that at that time I was doing high school and the conservatory at the same time. So I started the conservatory when I was 16, and I finished my degree at the conservatory when I was 21, I think. So I got my degree in classical guitar when I was 21, and then I decided to completely change my playing, and I went to Rome to study electric guitar. And this was the time when I learned a lot about, chords and chord progressions and scales and how to improvise. It was kind of pretty cool. And I was able to build my technique on the electric guitar as well. Coming from the classical guitar, the electric guitar felt pretty easy to play in a way, especially the left hand. But I had to develop my right hand and learn how to play with the guitar pick. So I literally had a teacher from when I was 11 years old all the way up to when I was 25. Worst phase as a guitar player, I think it was between playing classical and electric guitar. When I finished my degree as a classical guitar player, I had to make a choice. I had to decide if I wanted to keep playing the classical guitar and maybe, become a teacher for a school, or if I wanted to explore the electric guitar and learn new things. Of course, it was going to be a completely different path, so it was kind of the most difficult decision that I had to make. Of course, I'm really happy that I made the decision that I made because it, brought me here, and I have no regrets. Do you play other instruments? Now that's a good question. I don't play other instruments. I only play the guitar, but I know how the piano works. So I don't have the technique to play the piano, but for example, if I use Logic Pro and I want to add more instruments to the music that I'm writing and recording, I can use the piano to add, whatever it is that I want to add. So I don't play any other instruments, but I know how the piano works, which is really helpful when I do songwriting. Next question, why did you start a YouTube channel? Now this is an interesting question. I'm gonna try to answer this as quickly as possible. But of course, I didn't start YouTube because I wanted to build a community, and I didn't start YouTube because I thought I could make a living out of it. I started YouTube because I wanted to promote private lessons in London. So after I finished my school in Rome when I was 25, I moved to London when I was 26. Of course, I didn't have money, I didn't know anyone, so I did another job for about a year. I was working behind the bar just to learn a little bit of English and make some money. And then I was able to get some gigs. I did a lot of jam sessions, met some people, and get some work as a guitar player. Then I think around 2015 I needed a little bit of financial stability, so I recorded a few videos and put it on YouTube to promote private lessons. And I still have the website, which you can look if you want. I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below. And I got a lot of students, so I was teaching full-time, I think about 40 people a week. It was really, really busy, and I loved it. Now in 2017 I fell in love with a girl, which is now my wife, and she happened to live in the Philippines. So I moved from London to the Philippines in 2017, and I lived there for a year. Of course, when I got to the Philippines, I didn't have a job, I couldn't teach, I didn't have anything, and I got there with my guitar and a backpack. Of course, I brought with me the very first camera that I bought, and I just decided that I would do just YouTube. So the full-time YouTube thing started in a small house, small flat in the Philippines at the end of 2017. Which one is your favorite song? I don't know. What do you think, babe? What's my favorite song?
Huh?
My wife is so pregnant. Look at this.
I'm just full. We just had lunch.
No, there's a baby cooking in there. What's my favorite song?
I would say... Do you have one?
Rubbish. Now the next question is, could you break down some of the sound effect and recording techniques? Well, the thing is, I have been recording with a lot of different things, and of course when I was in London, and especially when I was in the Philippines, I used to use the Boss Micro BR80. I don't know if you can see that. Now this is pretty old and it's all beaten up and dirty. I didn't use this one for a very long time, but I used to use it a lot. I mean, most of the videos in 2018 were actually recorded with this device, and also with my Boss GT10. But I was also using, guys, the Zoom R8, which is this one here. I don't know if you can see it. And this one is pretty cool. I really liked it. And I think all the videos with me sitting on the couch were actually recorded with this one. And I would use the Echo, the Massimo Varini signature guitar, plugged in this one through the Boss GT10. Now that I have more space, I'm using a microphone, which is this one that I'm using right now, the Audio-Technica 4040, and the audio device is the Universal Audio with some plugins as well, and Logic Pro with the Mac, and Adam Audio for my speakers. Question number 10, favorite guitar. Of course, guys, I've been using the Furch Yellow Master's Choice for the past year, I think, and it's just a great guitar. It's beautiful, it's lovely, and it's great for fingerstyle as well. Nice tone, and of course I really like it if I use it that much. But I also really like the Echo, the Massimo Varini, which I have been using for years, and I really like the sound of the guitar when plugged in. So it's kind of pretty easy to use. If you don't want to use the microphone, you can just plug it in, and you have a lovely and beautiful tone. What do you do when you don't play the guitar? Well, I spend a lot of time with my wife, of course. I play video games. I try to play video games. I'm not really good at it, but if I really want to relax and kind of do something else, I like to play some video games. And also I watch a lot of YouTube videos and like short horror movies on YouTube. It's actually really entertaining and fun to watch. That's a nice question. Thoughts on Alan Gogoll? I think he's a great player. I mean, I just love his playing, and the things that he does on the guitar. He's a really melodic player, great for alternate tuning as well, and also obviously harmonics. Are you into percussive guitar? I'm not really into percussive guitar, guys. I think the most basic percussive thing that I like to do is the thumb slap or the thumb slap and strum, which is pretty cool and easy to do. That's a nice one. What is the first thing that you learn on the guitar? I still remember it, actually. I should play it on the ugly guitar, my very first guitar, but I'm not gonna do that because it smells really bad. But the very first thing that I learned was from a book called Sagreras. And the lesson number 2, I think, is the C major scale, played from C to G like this. And I still remember kind of playing the whole thing with one finger. Now guys, I'm pretty sure that I wasn't able to answer all of your questions, and I want to apologize for that. We received way too many and it was impossible to put all of them in just one video. But of course guys, if you like this video, make sure that you click the like button down below, because maybe we can make it a regular thing to do some Q&A. I want to make these videos with you. It's pretty exciting and cool, and it's also cool to know what you think about the guitar and what you're practicing, what you're playing. So let me know if you like it in the comment down below. Again guys, thank you so much for 500,000 subscribers. I hope I can pay you back with the best content that I can produce. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.